I've seen a lot of comments about people thinking about getting rid of their Echoes and Alexa, then moving over to Apple or Google. Maybe like me, you aren't using your Echoes like you used to, or you're tired of all the suggestions and ads on the Echo shows. With some of Amazon's recent changes, I don't think Alexa Plus is really going to improve the Echo and Alexa experience that much. You may disagree, let me know in the comment section. Now in this video, I'm going to show you the steps to take to break up with Alexa, because just resetting your Echoes and deleting the app on your phone isn't enough. If you don't take these steps, you're going to be still sharing data with Amazon and Alexa, such as what you've been watching or listening to with your linked streaming services, new emails or calendar events that you add because you link those to Alexa, or the status of your home because your smart devices are still connected. The big reason I'm making this video is that I'm not using my Echoes and Alexa like I used to. And there's just stuff I'm disconnecting and just getting some distance between Alexa. At this point in time, we're basically asking for timers, weather, we might do drop-in. I'm doing all my home stuff with my HomePods. I'm not going to ask questions because you really just get a surface level answer. I just would rather use my phone or something else for information. Plus, Alexa just got too long-winded and annoying with all the by the ways. Now let's dive into the Alexa app and start disconnecting some of this stuff. I'm going to use my iPad just to give a bigger screen. You can do this with your phone, and some stuff you'll need to do online, such as deleting profiles. First, let's start disconnecting some services. To start disconnecting, you want to hit the 3 lines at the bottom, go to settings, and you're going to see your various settings there. If you scroll through these settings and you go down to the bottom, you could see music and podcast. Right now, I have Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, Pandora, and Spotify linked together. If I want to disconnect those, if I select Apple Music, I can go in and disable the skill. That is the key to disconnecting a lot of stuff, is disabling skills. And we'll talk more about that in a moment. I'd have to do the same thing with Apple Podcast, Pandora, same thing, pretty much all your services. Next streaming services is TV and video. If you're a Fire TV user, you might not want to disconnect some of this stuff. For me, I'm not using Fire TVs and I'm not using Echo shows. So in this case, I don't want to have services connected because I don't want Amazon keeping track of what I watch and all because I have them linked. But here are the different services you can link up and be able to access from your Echo shows. Right now, the only thing I have linked is Hulu, and I can link or manage my devices, but in this case, I'm going to disable that skill. Now, Amazon doesn't get to know what I watch. Going down the line, you could check your other options, communication. If you go under communications, this is where if you have your phone service linked, or you have Skype linked, you would want to go in here to break that. You would go under the settings, and then unlink the account. It's going to verify it and then confirm, unlink. Another thing you want to look at under communications is managing your contacts to make sure you're not connected there. I made sure that I had it turned off so it didn't import any of my contacts. So double check that. Other things you want to delete under settings would be locations that you put in there, home address, work, anything else. And you're going to want to go through each of these and make sure, I don't have dietary preferences in there. Go under things like Amazon Kids. I still have my kids are listed in there. Go through each of these tabs and see what you've connected along the way. One I don't want to have connected is my calendar, and I already disconnected this one. But if you hit add an account, you can link a Google, Microsoft, or Apple calendar. I used to have my Apple calendar link, but since I wasn't using the Echo Show, and I'm not asking for any of these calendar events on regular Echoes, why does Amazon need that data? Next, you're going to want to disconnect skills, but before we talk about that, if you're enjoying this video at all, please consider subscribing to check out more of them. You can also become a channel member if you want some exclusive content. That buttons down below too. Next, let's talk about disconnecting skills. The way you connect different games, services, and all that is using skills. Now, to get to skills, you want to hit the 3 lines. You'll see skills and games. You select that. This is where you can do the search for all the different skills. But if you scroll down the bottom, you'll see your skills. Now, your skills, it'll load up anything you've already linked. It shows I have 147 enabled. Wow, that's a lot more than I expected. You can see I've already broken the link to my Apple Music. Let's use this as another example. SwitchBot. Let's say I don't want to have these connected anymore. That's going to be another tip. Remove your smart devices. I'll show you that in a moment. But if I go under settings and I click disable skill, disable. Now, Alexa has no idea what my SwitchBot devices are doing. Scroll through your different skills and see which of those you still need. Like, for example, I have my Roomba vacuum connected. I haven't used a Roomba in forever, I think. So I can go under settings, I can choose disable skill, and confirm it. Now, this next step isn't necessary for your smart home if you went through and you disabled all the different skills in there. But if you just want to clean things up, like for example, I'm going to keep using my Echoes for just assistant stuff, not to control my smart home. But if you want to, so I'll delete devices. Plus there's so much junk in there from things I'm no longer using. But if you go from the home screen, click on the little light bulb, it's going to load up your different devices. Now, if you want to remove a device, like here's my vacuum combo, I can select it. I can hit the gear in the corner, and then I can hit the trash can. Then I just confirm it. And now it's gone. So you could go through, and that could take a little while. But things like, my G5 Pro, that camera, I don't need to feed the camera information to Amazon anymore. Now, after you've disconnected everything in there, one thing you want to think about is the recordings and stuff that Amazon already has. Go under Alexa privacy settings, and this is where your different voice recordings are. So you can review your voice and text history. You could see the different requests you've made. You could review history of detected sounds, displaying all, review smart home devices. This is telling me everything that's happened. Review activity history, everything that's been asked on there, permissions and ad preferences. And then you have manage your data there. Here you can enable deletion by voice, so you can ask to have everything deleted. You can ask to have what you just asked for to be deleted, or anything you said in the past week. Now, if you go under your voice recordings, you click that arrow there, you can pick what you want it to do. Don't save recordings and type request. That's what I have picked. Your choices here, if you don't want to delete everything, is to have it keep everything recording. You can have it just keep the last 18 months or the last 3 months. You can request your smart home device history and insights about your smart home. Now, this is a new one that I've seen, the one-time deletion of history. You click on that, delete third-party smart home device history. You can choose to delete from Alexa the history of usage, status events reported by your connected third-party smart home devices. Deleting this information from Alexa may impact your experience and certain smart home features. So think about that. Another thing, if you're not completely getting rid of your Echoes, look at the Help Improve Alexa. You have the choice whether or not they can use your voice recordings to review and improve Alexa. Now, after you've gone through, you deleted all your data out of the app, next you got to reset your Echoes. You can actually do this before doing all the data stuff here within the app. But if you select an Echo, go under these settings, you can scroll down and choose deregister. If I click deregister, Craig's Echo Spot will be deregistered from your Amazon account. After deregistering, your device can be registered to another Amazon account. With the Echo Shows, you could go under settings and you can go in and log out of it that way. Now, one of the things I wanted to get rid of was some of the different profiles that I set up. What I did with that is if you go to Amazon, you go under account settings, and then you go in and you select profiles. You can go through and delete the different profiles there. I got rid of a bunch of ones that I had made using voice that you can't get rid of any other way. With all your services disconnected, your data deleted, and Echoes reset, your breakup with Alexa should be complete. Now, are you one of the folks getting rid of your Echoes? Let us know in the comments. If you made it this far and you haven't, please consider subscribing, check out future videos, and give this one a like. It definitely helps the channel out. Next, check out this video on here on why I got rid of my Echo shows. I'll see you over there. Thanks for watching. Bye.